मैम लाइव कर रही हूँ आपको। You're live, ma'am.
Here somewhere. Okay. Hi guys, I think there are only two of you in class right now. Let's wait for 5 minutes for the rest of the students to join and then let's begin. Okay? Did you? Okay, the screen changed. 5 minutes रुकते हैं for others, for more students to join, and then we'll begin. Okay. Let's wait 5 minutes for everyone else to join.
Ma'am, you are live. You can start your class.
Yes, okay, I'm gonna wait 5 minutes for the rest of the students to join. Thank you, Kanchan ma'am. Good afternoon, Vidhi. The number is increased to 10. Let's wait like two to 3 more minutes and before we start our class. Good morning, good afternoon to everyone. I hope you're all well. Thanks, Aditi. Yeah, of course, Vidhi, you can clear your doubts, but make sure they are in the time frame and after I'm teaching. But if some of your doubts are left, you can also always like send me the questions over a question mark here, and I will speak and clear your doubts. Otherwise, I think we have 8 classes in our schedule, and I think in next class I'll be finishing the syllabus. So after that, we'll only be like discussing the doubts and some basic little things that we have been missing from our previous chapters. So that's what we will be doing anyway. Okay. Do you have a what? I think I asked this in previous class also. Do you have means to call the rest of your classmates to class? If there are, then please call them because I'm starting the class and my class is very oral, so you have to be there to understand. Otherwise, of course, you can read by yourself, but I think you'll need me. So, tell your classmates to come for the class, join the class. Okay, let's begin. So, good afternoon, everyone. Once again, welcome to the class. I think this is our fifth class together, and today, yeah, fourth class. And today I will be starting with chapter 4, which is about your reading and understanding. अगर आप पिछली क्लास में मेरे साथ थे तो यू वुड नो दैट पिछली बार हमने स्पीकिंग स्किल्स के ऊपर एक क्लास की थी विच इज योर कंप्लीट चैप्टर एंड वी स्पोक अबाउट डिफरेंट वेज दैट यू हैव टू स्पीक एंड what each speaking means and how to convey meaning and GD क्या होते हैं and interview क्या होते हैं and how to talk, how to present yourselves, non-speaking communication skills कौन से होते हैं and everything. Basically speaking के अंदर जितनी भी कैटेगरीज आती हैं हमने पिछली क्लास में सब कवर अप कर ली थी. Now this chapter is basically about reading and understanding. जाहिर सी बात है कि चैप्टर हेडिंग में रीडिंग एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग इट्स नॉट ओनली अबाउट रीडिंग बिकॉज फॉर आवर ह्यूमन माइंड इट्स extremely I mean it's possible that you can read something and not understand. I mean, has it ever happened to you that you keep on reading and then after 2 3 sentences you are like क्या लिखा है क्या लिखा है I don't understand what was this, and then you have to like reread it because our reading skills are so involved and our brain works at such a capacity that now it can differentiate between reading and not understanding also. So clearly my distinction and my emphasis in today's chapter will be about reading, the kind of reading that we understand also, जिसमें हमारा पूरा ध्यान है, जिसमें हमारा हमारा ब्रेन काम कर रहा है, the one that we are understanding directly as we read, reading to understand. So either it's about a difficult language in the in the written text, or it's about a different language or different language, or if somebody or maybe like reasons like you were not paying attention or the thought is very difficult to be processed by our brains. There are reasons why you don't understand something. Say you are reading something in social pressure also. Say school में बहुत होता है कि आपकी मैम आपको खड़ा करा देती है and then she's like you read from here and you read from here, and उस time पे you have so much pressure that you have to prove that you have good reading skills, that you read very fast and clearly, but clearly you have not understood it. Others who are listening to you may be able to understand it, but you have not understood it. To understand what you read at that point while standing in the class in front of your teacher while rest of your classmates were sitting is slightly difficult to understand if you were not paying clear attention. और उस टाइम पे आपका आधे से ज्यादा ध्यान सिर्फ in showcasing that you have good reading skills, most of your attention is over there. Am I right? This happens very commonly with all my students. Like I teach college students, but when you're coming from the school, so I'm sure you all relate with this experience. Now, how to read to understand or what are its components is something that we will be taking up in today's discussion in today's class. Okay. Now, reading किन reasons से की जाती है? Why do we read? Simple question for basic understanding. Tell me in this live question and answers wala round. Tell me, why do we read? Come on, guys, all 16 of you right now. Tell me, why do we read? Write to me your responses. We started getting responses. I'll be sharing what each of you are saying. So Khushi is saying as a hobby, that's right. We read for understanding, to gain knowledge, that's right. Diksha is saying reading is for pleasure, general information and knowledge. That's also right. That's also what you're for improving focus. Varsha is saying thanks for your response. Okay. Okay. I have in your published one, where is that's where you can see everyone's responses and everything. That's clearly very nice and very clear understanding. We read for pleasure, for hobby, for understanding things, for communicating with each other. Communication is like the theme of that entire classes, right? So don't forget communication. For general information, for specific information, for knowledge, for problem solving, and what does your book say? The last point, drawing logic. Sometimes बोल के बात समझ नहीं आती और लिख के in very clear thoughts you can understand it. Okay, irrespective of what and where is it coming from. To draw logic, sometimes you have to write. So even when you say that your education system has कहीं पे diagram होता है, कहीं पे Venn diagram होता है, कहीं पे chart होता है, कहीं पे graph होता है, that's also a written form of communication कि ये एक एक टाइप ऑफ नॉलेज है जो मैं बोल के नहीं समझा सकती कि A से X के बीच में कितना डिफरेंस हुआ at what point and everything. It is only when I draw the graph, write the years, and you see that graph ऐसे गया, ऐसे गया, ऐसे गया, and all of that. That is only when you will understand. That's also a written form of communication. When I draw a Venn diagram, one thing interconnected with the other one, and the third one, and the fourth one completely not in this. That's when you'll understand this. Last में हम grapevine communication में types of communication कुछ कर रहे थे, formal communication, and there were like chain communications, concurrent communications and everything, जो कि आप diagram के बिना नहीं समझ सकते. So diagram is also a form of written communication, and it helps you understanding the subject well. Am I clear? Say yes. Say no. Okay, moving forward. What are the some of the techniques that we can read with? Next subtopic. I'm reading from a book only, so don't worry. It's right like in my brain. What are some of the techniques that we can read with? Now, please keep, if you always, when you're talking to me, when I am in class, make sure you have a pen and a paper in your hand and you're making quick notes of everything I'm saying. Those will become your handy notes when it comes to last minute preparation for exam. And another thing that I would really suggest all of you is to not do last minute preparation. Exam last minute preparation से थोड़ा सा difficult आता है. And I think to apply for your masters anywhere and to apply for jobs, you need minimum 55%. So do not have last minute preparation. Have a thorough study every day, at least till your exams, or at least be regular in your capacity. तो ये तो मत ही करना कि I'm just reading your responses. Yeah, to gain knowledge. So many of you have said, I've shared. Please read. So last minute preparation exam की मत करना. ये ध्यान रख लेना. Make these notes, and then when you read your book, make sure that you comprehensively read and study all the definitions that we have. Communication, my course, the one that I'm teaching, ability enhancement compulsory course, is very easy, but it's there are some technical definitions that need to be understood and revised by you. I know you all have the schedule of our classes. You know किस किस दिन class हो रही है. I just want to take a moment here and tell you all कि आज 4th chapter है and कल 5th chapter है, and I think we have three classes to ourselves to revise everything, right? 3 classes will be still be remaining, right? Hold on, let me check. So today is 8th. Next time we are meeting is Saturday and Sunday, and that's 11th and 12th. It's very difficult to talk to you all because you hardly respond here, and I mean, I don't know आपको मेरी बात समझ आ रही है या नहीं, unless you respond. But anyway, I'm just gonna pretend कि कोई तो pay attention, like somebody is paying attention. So for that student, I want to tell you that on Saturday I will be finishing the course, right? On in the next class on Saturday. And then 12th and 15th I will be revising. Okay. So make sure you do thorough study of my course and my classes till now. That has only been five, will be five by 11th. And then you come on 12th and 15th prepared with your questions. So whatever questions and concerns you have, we will be solving them on the 12th and 15th. Am I clear? Okay. Hardik has said, ma'am, all clear. Okay. So I'm going to take that as a yes. Thanks, Hardik. Okay. So make sure I'm also going to make an announcement. Hold on. Also going to make an announcement that on 12th and 15th,
मैम आप लाइव है, स्टार्ट कर दीजिए.
हाँ मोहित सर मैं पढ़ा रही हूँ already. I was just making an announcement. Please don't worry. I mean, hello, my students know that they are studying. Okay, so I've made this announcement that 12th and 15th को जो हमारी क्लास होगी उस दिन सिर्फ रिवीजन होगा. Whatever your questions are there in your course, in our course, please bring those. Okay, and make sure that you come prepared, especially in terms of your questions, exam related questions, and your definitions. Am I clear? I made an announcement. Please, all of you, please look at it. So SOL material should be one question is asked. One person is asking is SOL material is enough, but it's the bare minimum. अगर आप वो भी नहीं कर रहे हो, and I'm warning you because I have taught SOL a lot in the past. If you're not doing that also, okay, it doesn't get worse than that. That is SOL तो आपको पूरा करना ही पड़ेगा. Don't think that SOL में से भी अभी हम सेलेक्टिव पढ़ेंगे, इसमें से भी अगर मैं किसी बुक को शॉर्टन कर दूं और इजी सिंप्लीफाई कर दूं फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ बी इंग्लिश ऑन अ सेकंड सेमेस्टर, I will get an SOL book. But if you think that SOL book is something that is difficult for you, or if you're not doing understanding anything, then I'm not sure. How that will help you. So you are at bare minimum because it's an open learning and everything. But that's how you need to understand your course and how we frame the questions and how the questions and will be structured in your course as well. Okay, am I clear? Now, Hardik is asking, ma'am, is there any group for English? There is no group. I don't think there is a group. But make sure you ask other admins also. I don't even understand. If you mean like WhatsApp group or support group or something like that, I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, now coming back to this, what are the techniques, coming back to our chapter on reading and understanding today, the one that we are pursuing right now? Tell me what are the techniques of reading? किस किस वे में हम रीड करते हैं कोई चीज, क्या क्या तरीके होते हैं, क्या क्या टेक्निक्स हम लगा के कोई चीज पढ़ते हैं? दिस इज माय क्वेश्चन. So whatever you think, whatever you know, tell me, and we'll take the discussion further from there. What are some of the techniques with how we read? Make 4 points on your paper. Read it through the SOL only, the portal that they have given, and tell me. No? No responses? Okay, okay. We have some. Okay. Um, Bhavya has a good response. Then I have good response from Varsha. Anonymous, you're asking about previous papers. You will have to Google them by yourself and you have to read them by yourself. And when you have questions out of them, then you can bring it to me. So that's the only way of doing the previous year's paper. I would बीच में एक point मैं सबके लिए sorry to cut down from the lesson that we are doing because somebody raised this point. I would also like to tell you that you have to bring these papers and questions from there. And past years के question paper 100% करने हैं एटलीस्ट 5 years के लास्ट 5 years के तो 100% करने ही करने हैं ओके खुशी has good answer and then anonymous okay now getting back to the techniques of reading right first is scanning second is skimming third is intensive and fourth is extensive scanning skimming intensive extensive ये लिख लो अगर लिखना है तो write these down now what is scanning scanner सबने देखा है what it does is that आपका जो main document है the one that you want to scan either it's in the digital copy or in the physical copy your printer will exactly ऊपर से नीचे तक उसकी दूसरी कॉपी लाइक दूसरी डिजिटल कॉपी बना देगा एंड आपको शो करेगा that this is your document राइट अगर उस पेज में कहीं पे फोल्ड होता है तो आपके स्कैन डॉक्यूमेंट में वो भी आ जाता है अगर कहीं पे गलत मार्क ऐसे लाइक सर्कल लगा हुआ है तो वो भी आ जाता है एग्जैक्टली डिटो कॉपी स्कैन करना इज स्कैनिंग राइट उसे कहते हैं स्कैन द वर्ड इज स्कैन नाउ व्हाट इट मींस इज दैट जो लिखा था मैंने उसको एज इट इज इन डेप्थ पूरा ऊपर से लेकर नीचे तक एज इट इज पढ़ लिया ओके अब उसमें से कुछ स्पेसिफिक ढूंढना हो तो भी वही स्कैनिंग काम आएगी अगर जनरल स्किमिंग करनी है कि सब कुछ ही बता दो कि सब कुछ उसमें हुआ क्या क्या यू नो दैट्स आल्सो वे आई गिव यू अ बेसिक एग्जांपल अगेन योर फ्रेंड मिस्ड सम ऑफ द सीरीज और अ फिल्म एंड दे आस्क यू कि टेल मी द स्टोरी ओके एंड देन यू स्टार्ट थिंकिंग कि आपके पास 2 ऑप्शन है एक तो आप 3 घंटे की मूवी है तो 3 घंटे लगा के एज इट इज स्टार्ट हो जाओ कि यू नो ऐसे हुआ फिर ऐसे हुआ फिर ये हुआ फिर ये हुआ फिर इसने ये बोला फिर उसने वो बोला you know how you converse like you're trying to tell everything one way ठीक है second way is that you tell them कि हाँ the story is about like a murder mystery and ABC murders B and then B dies but then they come back to life you just basically tell ऊपर का story when you do ऊपर से story like the surface tension only ठीक है you tell them that this is you have like summarized for them that is skimming is जब हम पूरा डॉक्यूमेंट ऊपर से लेकर नीचे तक देखते हैं बहुत ही फास्ट रीडिंग करते हैं और हमारा ब्रेन ग्रास्प कर लेता है कि उसमें क्या क्या है और क्या क्या नहीं है लाइक व्हाट आर द की पॉइंट्स एंड एवरीथिंग दैट इज स्किमिंग इज इट क्लियर प्लीज टेल मी yes no please keep sharing इंटेंसिव रीडिंग अगर मैं कुछ पढ़ रही हूँ एंड आई एम लुकिंग फॉर अ स्पेसिफिक आंसर ठीक है तो मैं उसको बोलूंगी इंटेंसिव रीडिंग इज इट क्लियर अगर मैं उसमें कुछ स्पेसिफिक आंसर स्पेसिफिक नॉलेज के लिए वो पूरा डॉक्यूमेंट ऊपर से नीचे पढ़ रही हूँ तो वो है स्पेसिफिक रीडिंग इंटेंसिव रीडिंग अगर मैं कोई डॉक्यूमेंट ऊपर से नीचे तक पढ़ रही हूँ Okay. Okay, hold on. अगर मैं कोई डॉक्यूमेंट ऊपर से नीचे तक कर रही हूँ और मेरा पर्पस इंटेंसिव रीडिंग के साथ साथ लाइक स्किमिंग भी है, एवरीथिंग इंक्लूडेड, लाइक आई वांट टू रीड समथिंग wholly fully for important points, for getting into the meaning of something, that is extensive reading. Is it clear? All four types of techniques of reading: scanning, skimming. Scanning, skimming याद रहेगा. Intensive, extensive, चार है. Please say yes, no, yes, no. Okay, okay, I'm getting yes, no, yes, no. ठीक है. Okay, one girl, Usha, has very kindly sent the English AECC group that I'm publishing. It's a link. Please open it and see what is there, because somebody was asking if there's a group for AECC. Check out that. Okay, it's a Telegram group, right? I'm not sure how Telegram works. You guys will have to send me, but I think it's for students only. So like, let's let that go. Okay. Coming back to our chapter. Good guys. Really great to see new mediums coming up for communication. Telegram is one. WhatsApp तो थोड़ा traditional हो गया, but it's nice. I'm really glad that you're moving to different mediums to communicate about your subject and everything. And I think that brings like a lot of diversity from people. So diversity in language that we pick up to communicate with each other. I think it also makes it fun, right? Don't you think? So that's also like one thing that newer mediums do that. Now, coming back to the communication, writing and understanding. What is the purpose of reading? जो हम purpose क्या होता है? This is the second heading of in your chapter. Any responses? Okay, ध्यान से सुनो. Like pay attention, okay? The process of reading. Okay, I'm sorry, like I think I said purpose of reading, but I meant process of reading. जिसका मतलब है कि reading होती कैसे है. Okay? Again, 3 types में reading होती है, ठीक है? One is when I am doing the pre-reading activities, which means that, okay, go back, close your eyes for a second and go back to these lessons in your English class in your school. When you're starting a new chapter, a new story in your English class, and your teacher tells you the title and she tells you that this is what we will be doing, and you know that you will be doing. अब धीरे धीरे बैग से बुक्स निकालने लगते हो. You're starting to open which page you're asking your friends and everything, which means you're preparing to come back into the zone where reading is going to happen. Okay, you are also learning slowly, preparing yourself कि अच्छा ठीक है, if she asks me to read, I will read. You're trying to learning to pay attention. Start हो रहा है वो process. Okay, process of reading में सबसे पहला ये point है to prepare yourself. It's always like that. Reading is a conscious activity. Of course, हम unconsciously messages, while scrolling through Instagram, all these captions and posts and through Facebook and everything. We read, but the process, the first item in the process of reading, the first is the pre-reading activity, which is to make you conscious that the reading is going to begin. Which means that I will say कि okay, आज हम इसके बारे में बात करेंगे and हम ये चीजें discuss करेंगे and उसके बाद and I tell you examples and I start taking key who is understanding and give me responses, so you guys start giving me ideas that ma'am this is what it's about and that is what it's about. ठीक है, this is basically the pre-reading activity जो reading करने से पहले करनी पड़ती है. Say say I have a book over here. Hold on, I will show you. Any other book? Okay. Now to read this thick a book, what I do is like I open. यहाँ पे थोड़ी सी summary दी होती है on the first page पे और यहाँ last page पे दी होती है, right? Okay. Yeah, last page पे summary दी होती है. I read the title of the book, the subtitle of the book. Okay. Then for third thing I read is अंदर की summary. Fourth thing I read is this, and then I read the content page, which summarizes for me कि इस book में क्या क्या होने वाला है और किस किस चीजों के हाथ से किस किस चीजों के मतलब कौन से रूट से होने वाला है, you know, which one's first and which one's second. All this information will settle my brain into what am I going to read. Okay. So now all of this is a pre-reading activity. Is it clear? This is a fairly easy but little complicated thing to understand. Is it clear? Please send me responses. Now, this is something difficult. Hold on. Okay, never mind. You're an honors program student. The name of the book, my book, is Visual Methodologies, right? And the subheading is Introduction to Researching Visual Material. Visual क्या होता है? जो हम देखते हैं. Anything that we see. Say art is visual, movies are visual, your Instagram reels, Snapchat reels is visual. जो भी जिसमें भी शब्द नहीं होते, but it's a visual like a photo, an image or a video or you know a graphic image or a cartoon or something. All that is visual. Okay. Now the book is about visual methodologies. Okay. Methodologies mean something that is, I'm only giving an example. Okay. Don't be very serious about it if you're not understanding. This is just my book. And visual, like what do visual do? This is what the book is about. The subtitle में clear है कि research कैसे करते हैं visual material को देख के उसके बारे में, ठीक है? When I open the last page, सारे experts इस ये book क्या करती है? सारे experts ने 1 2 3 4 5 6 करके यहाँ पे अपनी summaries दी हुई हैं और वो experts हैं, तो मुझे उनकी बात मान ली चाहिए क्योंकि मैं इस knowledge को लेना चाहती हूँ और इनके पास वो knowledge already है. Then I open the content page, which is like telling me chapter 1 में क्या है, chapter 2 में क्या है, chapter 3 में क्या है, right? Hold on, I will show it to you on screen. If you're attentive, you can see. Can you see? Right? That's what it looks like. What it does is that अभी मेरी reading start भी नहीं हुई. But what have I done is that I have prepared myself for reading. Prepared myself कि अच्छा इसमें ये होने वाला है. And half knowledge I already have. I already know what is this about, who wrote it, when did they write it, and everything. So I am not completely blind now. Okay, the process of reading and understanding the subject has already started. This is your pre-reading activity. You get it? Say yes, no, yes, no. Anonymous is asking, okay, first of all, I don't know who Anonymous is. I just want to say that it will be nice if you can add a name so everyone can know who you are. But yeah, 10 years of preparation you can buy. It's a good book. It has good answers and yeah, I would recommend. If you want to buy, you can buy. Okay, I've received responses like yes ma'am, so I'm gonna move forward. Now, process of reading में pre-reading activity सबको समझ आ गया, ठीक है? Second is while reading. Pre is पहले, post is बाद में, ठीक है? ये हर चीज के लिए याद रख लेना. Pre is pre-wedding shoot होता है, all of you know, right? Post-wedding सिर्फ functions होते हैं. That's different, like शादी के पहले and बाद. That just giving example. Now while reading, what happens is that multiple readings जो आती हैं, ठीक है? They are stopping by the readers to check whether the purpose of reading is being fulfilled or not. Now, while reading क्या होती है? जब आप कोई book खोलते हो, hold on, let me check if my book has the same example. When you are reading, ठीक है? और बीच में एक mark लिखा होता है आपकी बुक में भी होगा इन द एसएल बुक, एंड इट्स आस्किंग यू कि आपको यू नो व्हेन यू रीड दिस आपको ये 1 2 3 4 5 पॉइंट समझ आ जाएंगे. ओके, एंड देन यू थिंक कि अच्छा ठीक है मुझे इस एंगल से पढ़ना है, सो आई हैव टू स्कैन एंड स्किम, आई हैव टू डू इंटेंसिव रीडिंग ताकि मुझे की टेकअवे समझ आ जाए. कॉर्नर में दूसरे तीसरे पेज पे जाओगे, कॉर्नर में एक डिड यू नो का एक सर्कल सा बना होता है, मोस्ट बुक्स में होता है. ठीक है, डिड यू नो क्वेश्चन मार्क इज लाइक दैट व्हिच मींस दैट यू नो अ रैंडम फैक्ट और अ जनरल फैक्ट और लाइक साइड स्टोरी. जैसे हम बात करते करते बीच में मैं आपको एग्जांपल देने लगती हूँ आपकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए. दोज आर बेसिकली इन साइड नोट्स. ठीक है, which enhance the reading, which will help you to understand the purpose of these यू नो साइड में कोने कोने में छोटे छोटे. फिर आप जब पढ़ रहे होते हो तो आप अंडरलाइन करते हो और साइड में एरो डाल के कुछ लिख लेते हो लाइक स्मॉल सा नोट, राइट. You know that when you read this again, this note will help you understand ki what is this about. You will write important or you will write a summary or whatever that there is. That is what it is about. Am I clear? This is it. This is important. Please pay attention if you're not. I'm reading straight from your book only. While reading ये है, ठीक है. थर्ड इज पोस्ट रीडिंग. पोस्ट रीडिंग के बाद जो क्वेश्चंस हमारे दिमाग में आते हैं जो लास्ट में लिखे होते हैं, ओके यू नो यूनिवर्सिटी क्वेश्चन मार्क्स एंड दीज आर द आंसर. और जैसे किसी ने पूछा क्या हम 10 years ले सकते हैं, तो यू नो आप पहले तो चैप्टर ही पढ़ोगे ना, 10 years के क्वेश्चंस आप बाद में करोगे. ओके, तो 10 years इज इम्पोर्टेंट लाइक दैट. दैट वो आती है पोस्ट स्टडी में. पोस्ट स्टडी क्या करता है, आपकी जो आपने नॉलेज ली है वो चैप्टर पढ़ के वो चेक करता है. एम आई क्लियर? Please keep saying yes, no, yes, no. Guys, समझ आया तुमको? प्री रीडिंग, वाइल रीडिंग, पोस्ट रीडिंग समझ आ गया? Have you all understood? It's fairly simple, very very simple concepts. But when they're in exam, don't get very nervous. They will ask for your understanding, and whatever you are understanding from me talking or from reading your book, either ways, make sure you stick to that. Okay, don't be afraid when same question comes in the exam. Am I clear? Anyone has these concerns? Anything? Okay, I'm receiving yes responses. Okay, good. Thanks, guys. Now, next point. How to deal with reading comprehensions. अपठित गद्यांश हम जिसे हिंदी में कहते हैं या इंग्लिश में हम उसको कहते हैं अनसीन पैसेज, राइट. जो आई थिंक काफी बड़ा क्वेश्चन मार्क आता है, 20 मार्क्स का आता है बोर्ड्स में तो, एंड आई एम श्योर ऑल ऑफ यू हैव गिवन बोर्ड्स. सो व्हाट हैपेंस ओवर देयर इज दैट the Hindi word is so funny. It's called अपठित गद्यांश. जो पहले से पढ़ा हुआ नहीं है वो पैसेज, राइट. एंड अनसीन पैसेज विच मीन्स आपको एक पैसेज दिया जाता है और अब उसके नीचे क्वेश्चंस लिखे होते हैं, ठीक है. और ये पूरा क्वेश्चन आता है 20 मार्क्स का. इट्स वेरी फेमस. आई थिंक आप 7th 8th स्टैंडर्ड से करते हुए आए हो, ठीक है. In today's class, I will be giving tips to you about how to deal with this question. This will come in your exam. This is in your syllabus very clearly. Okay. If some of you want to buy it 10 years, I will encourage and tell you कि आप वो book buy कर सकते हो. वो बहुत ही helpful book है. और कोई guide book या और कोई main book buy करने की जरूरत नहीं है. SOL book, the one that you are given from the university, for AECC, that is enough for you to understand. It's fairly well. And second is 10 years because it gives a lot of questions from the previous 5 years and everything. Previous 10 years apparently. Okay. Now, what happens is that unseen passage से बहुत बच्चे, और ये historically देखा गया, इसीलिए हमने ये अपने syllabus में भी डाल दिया है, that you all, like some of you, feel very nervous about the whole unseen passage and everything. Okay. So I am going to tell you some of the tips and tricks how to deal with it. Okay. Now first, pay attention, and if you can, write. Okay, some of you keep on, hold on. Some of you really like break the flow of my teaching by asking out of the I mean, what am I doing? उसके बाहर का question पूछ के. But since it's unlike an SOL class, I also think that I should answer then and there क्योंकि I don't know like where the student is confused. But I would like really appreciate कि आप बाहर के questions बाद में मुझसे पूछो क्योंकि वो class का flow खराब कर देते हैं, right? So let me finish. And then you can ask questions about how to study, where to study. अगर आप क्लास में नहीं थे उस टाइम पे जब मैं ये अनाउंस कर रही थी तो आई वुड लाइक टू टेल यू कि मैंने अनाउंसमेंट लिखी है लास्ट की 2 क्लासेस विल बी फॉर आवर सिलेबस एंड ओनली फॉर क्वेश्चन आंसर्स एंड डाउट सॉल्विंग क्लासेस and you can buy 10 years. It's a good book. It's a very helpful book for you to understand the exam pattern and exam question, and that's for every subject for that matter. Okay, and if you couldn't find the books for this semester on SOL website, please get in touch with the SOL ka head office and study from there. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult. One student is asking that I could not find books. Please find it over there. Okay. Now I'm coming back to my ओके आशिमा आप क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर राउंड में यस नो लिख सकते हो यही ऑप्शन है चैट किसी के लिए भी नहीं आ रही है अभी इट्स नॉट ओपन क्वेश्चन आंसर राउंड इज वेयर द अदर स्टूडेंट्स आर कॉन्स्टेंटली स्पीकिंग टू मी थ्रू यस मैम नो मैम एंड सो ऑन सो दैट्स द ओनली वे जहाँ पे आपने ये क्वेश्चन ये लिखा है वहीं पे आप लिख सकते हो ओके नाउ आर वी क्लियर विद द क्वेश्चंस coming back to the chapter. What is unseen passage? How to deal with it? First point, ठीक है? When you read the unseen passage, first of all, when you are given, सबसे पहले skimming करनी है, which means first sentence to last word आपको पूरा read करना है to understand कि story हो क्या रही है. First thing, okay? अभी questions भी देखने की जरूरत नहीं है, okay? And you just have to read the whole story. हमारे इस chapter में, in today's chapter on reading and understanding, there are 2 unseen passages written in the course of it. We all will be doing that in today's class and you all will be seeing how to do it. Okay. पहले मुझसे tips सुन लो पहले. I will be giving 15 minutes to all of you to solve it. 15 minutes से ज़्यादा किसी को नहीं मिलना चाहिए. You're all honors program students, which means you should have good speed. You should think very fast in English. You should write very fast, and this is something that is your field. Okay. So 15 minutes दूंगी. You will have to answer all of that then and there. Okay. सबसे पहले पूरा read कर लो first to last. Am I clear? Second point. फिर से read करो अब slow and carefully. कि पहले तो आपने like just you get the gist कि अच्छा ठीक है. Especially in example to the one that is given in your book right now. You just read by like okay, it's about a boy. It's about fishing. There's a mother. There's a fishing rod. He wants to fish and everything. So skimming हो गई फिर carefully and slow and carefully हो गया उसके बाद एटलीस्ट एक बार पढ़ने के बाद क्वेश्चंस की तरफ देखना एटलीस्ट एक बार वैसे recommended 2 बार पढ़ने के बाद क्वेश्चंस की तरफ देखना है but to save time 1 is also okay because now you are like not in school your brain is more developed right then you have to check the question marks then you read the questions ठीक है now after that you have to rephrase the answers or rephrase the questions for that matter hold on let me find a correct guideline for that yeah anyway coming back to this then you have to read the questions then you have to rephrase the questions in your mind कि वो पूछ क्या रहा है आपको समझ आ गया या आप अभी भी अपनी एग्जाम की नर्वसनेस या एग्जाम की टेंशन में ऊपर से ही पढ़े जा रहे हो कि आप पढ़ तो रहे हो कि सेंटेंस क्या लिखा है पर क्या आपको समझ आ रहा है या नहीं जस्ट रीफ्रेज दैट फ्रेम ऑफ माइंड ठीक है After that, whatever is asked, write relevantly. The moment पहले आप पैसेज पढ़ोगे, उसके बाद क्वेश्चन होंगे, आपको सडनली उसका क्वेश्चन का आंसर समझ आ जाएगा कि इसका आंसर ये है, यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है. अगर नहीं आएगा तो एटलीस्ट इतना तो पता चलेगा ये ऊपर की साइड पे था, ये बीच में था, कहीं नीचे था, आपके ही कॉम्प्रहेंशन में, राइट, इन योर ओन कॉम्प्रहेंशन. Now what you will do is you will open it and you will find the answer, and then you will write the answer in simplest language, in your own language, and with correct tense. Correct tense means that past tense है तो past tense use करोगे और present tense है तो present tense use करोगे. Am I clear? Please say yes no in the question answer round. Okay. Yeah. नेक्स्ट इज जो आपको पॉइंट ध्यान में रखना है कि आप सिर्फ रेलेवेंट आंसर ही लिखो. अगर क्वेश्चन है कुछ और पूछ रहा है और आप टेंशन में आके या गलत कुछ और ही आंसर कर रहे हो, देन आपको मार्क्स नहीं मिलेंगे. जो पूछा है वो पॉइंट टू पॉइंट वही आंसर करो. सेकेंड थिंग, नेक्स्ट थिंग इज दैट आप तमीज से आंसर करो, विच मीन्स कोई सवाल पूछता है हम उसको पूरा सेंटेंस का जवाब देते हैं. हम ये नहीं बोलते कि यू नो ओनली वन वर्ड टू वर्ड आंसर नहीं करते. इट्स द सेम वे इन आवर लैंग्वेज ऑल्सो. कोई आपसे पूछता है आप कैसे हो, आप बोलते हैं हम क्या कहते हैं, मैं अच्छी हूँ, आप कैसे हैं, लाइक फुल तमीज से पूरा कंप्लीट सेंटेंस. आप ये नहीं बोलते अच्छी, right? That is not the correct answer. When somebody asks you how you're doing, you don't say good. You say I am good, thank you. How are you doing? Am I right? Did you get it? So answer complete होना बहुत important है. This is the reason why some of the students in the past I've seen do not score marks, because they think कि point बताया फेंका मुंह पे एग्जामिनर के एंड देन हम चलते बनते क्योंकि हमारे पास तो टाइम बहुत शॉर्ट है. नो, टाइम किसी के पास शॉर्ट नहीं है. दिस इज एन इंग्लिश पेपर, ओके, एंड यू विल मेक टाइम, विच मीन्स यू विल थिंक, you will start thinking in a way that an English honor student does. Okay, reading comprehensions should not make you nervous. They're supposed to be, if they are making you nervous, you have to just practice. The moment you practice, your doubt and your fear of passages and all your nervousness and anxiety about a passage will go away. Okay, unseen passage, so I would recommend make sure you practice like 10, at least 7 to 10, and after that you're unbeatable. You will know, you will see that aapko to uske answers bhi रटे हुए हैं. The moment you see the same passage repeated in your exam, you will be very comfortable and you will come and thank me. You will be like, ye acha hua, like ma'am warned me that this is what it is. So this is how you have to deal with an unseen passage. Okay, and then last में answers को check करो, हर जगह check करो. Okay, check करना बहुत जरूरी है. Now, basic one tip and trick I'm going to give all you students, 23 participants in my class right now. So yeah, make sure you hear this very well. आपके जो passages के जो question आते हैं वो 5-6 questions आते हैं और उसके बाद एक question आता है, you know, what is the other meaning or what is the synonym or antonym. ठीक है, जो synonym और antonym होता है, synonym means you know समानांतर शब्द. Okay, ऐसा ही शब्द जो you know has the same meaning but is a different word or something. Or antonym is the opposite, like you know tell us the opposite or the meaning of that word or something like that. Sometimes in 60% cases we have observed as faculties that students get very scared. Even when they know the answer, they get very scared. They think that ये तो मुझे आता ही नहीं होगा और मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगा. Okay, even if the passage is right in front of them, and the only tip and trick works for this case, for this question specifically, where you're asked the meaning or something like that, something that is like slightly difficult, is to practice other unseen passages in your 10 years and in your books. That is the only way. If you do it beforehand, in the exam you will know the exact answer. It will not make you nervous. You will score 100% marks in this unseen passage का question. 5 marks का 5, 10 का तो 10, सीधा direct. Practice is the only way to get through this question for the students who think it's difficult. Am I clear? Say yes, no. Come on, guys, tell me. Did I make sense to you? Yes, no, yes, no. I'm not receiving a lot of responses. There are 22 of you in class right now. Please share your responses. Okay, okay, nice. Nice that some of you are paying attention and some of you have understood it, and that makes teaching so much more worth it. Thank you guys for always answering me yes, no. I really appreciate it. Okay, now moving forward, 2:55 in my clock right now. I'm going to give you 15 minutes, okay, off time. But it's not an off time. I'm right here. If you have questions, we will be speaking through this live event question mark. I want you to go to your book and do the passage that is written, comprehension passage. Okay? The first one that is written that starts from, I think, is page 40 of your book, and it starts with my life was fulfilled on my fourth birthday. ये वाला जो पैसेज है, ये पूरा अनसीन पैसेज है. जैसे जैसे मैंने बताया है वैसे वैसे इसको करो एक बार. I am right here if you need any doubts. But in 15 minutes, you have to tell me two things. One, कि मैम हो गया या नहीं हुआ. 15 minutes की क्लॉक टाइम लगा के करो, अलार्म क्लॉक लगा के. ठीक है. एंड सेकेंड थिंग इज आई वांट टू नो कि आपको कहाँ कहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम आई. So tell me the questions or where you were stuck in this question. 15 minutes start now. Go. I'm right here, by the way. For those who don't have a book in front of you, I'll just share the passage on the screen from your book only. So hold on. Okay, it's not possible on my system. Okay. Okay. I think you can see my screen, and this is your PDF, and I will move to the chapter that we are doing. Yeah, this is the chapter that we are on, and yeah, I want you to do this one. So this is like it starts from the first sentence that you will see, and I'm going to, sorry, this is an app size, and yeah, so start from here. Those who have the book in front of you, please keep doing from that. This is only for those students who don't have the book. Rest of you, we have 9 minutes remaining. Can you see the screen? Is my screen visible to you? Guys, is my screen visible when I share the material with you or no? Let me know. I'm here. Like this material, the one that I've opened, is it visible? 5 minutes left, guys. All these students who are, I think 3 of them have told me that they don't have the book. How are you studying if you don't have the book? What are you doing here? How are you understanding any of it that I'm speaking here? Go to the SOL website, find your course over there, and download the course material. You are anyway on. What does this? I don't have a book mean? We are not in school anymore. Download करो फिर क्या कर रहे हो? Aditi, go to the SOL website, look for the UG course material, and then do it. If you can't do this, then go to the North Campus में जो SOL का head office है, and वहाँ पे जाके show them your ID card. Tell them that you want the course books and course material, and they will give you that, and tell them to teach you this. How to do this. Rohit, there's no WhatsApp official group, but there's a Telegram group that I've shared in the published, the link, some students have shared it. Please look at that. That's the only official group as far as I've learned. Otherwise, I have no idea. You can ask your other classmates. Very nice, Vidhi. Let's wait for the other students also. You didn't have to read it. Only you have to answer all the questions also. सिर्फ 15 मिनट रीडिंग के थोड़ी ना मिलेंगे. Did you answer all the questions in your under your I mean in the passage? Chalo guys, take 2 more minutes and wrap it up. Bhavya, you didn't have to just go through them. You had to answer all the questions in your notebook. Have you done this or no? Going through just means skimming. It means I will read it. You didn't have to read. You have to answer all of them. You have to finish the question. Take 5 more minutes. Those of you who are stuck in the center, it's 3:10. Tell me at 3:15 with all your questions answered. और अगर नहीं आंसर किए तो सिर्फ मुझे डाउट्स बताओ कि क्या क्या डाउट्स आए हैं कि ये नहीं आता या ये कैसे करें, लाइक व्हाट प्रॉब्लम्स यू आर फेसिंग, because it's a very important question. It's going to be present in your paper for at least 20 marks. You can't lose marks here. It's free ke marks. So all of you start practicing right now. Okay, Bhavya, I get it. Rest of you take 5 more minutes and finish it up. Two minutes left, everyone. Warning call. 2 minutes के अंदर everyone should have completed passages, and I want questions. Those who have finished and have questions and doubts, please keep sharing in the live question event question answer. So I'll start answering those questions. Have you done, all of you? Please share your responses. One minute left, guys. Tell me, you please start giving your responses. What are your questions? What are your doubts? कहाँ दिक्कतें आई? Please keep sharing. Any concerns? Any responses? I have not received a single response till now, by the way, in this. Okay. Okay. Difficulty in meanings of the word, huh? Word. Which one? You didn't tell me which one is difficult. Chalo guys, finish it up fast. Tell me, do you have any responses or should I move forward? Any questions, any difficulties, any concerns? Everyone's done the entire thing? No questions? Okay. If you have no questions, I'm just going to assume not. You all were just chilling behind the screen and none of you were paying attention. You did not have any questions, no doubts, nothing. Either you're all genius or you weren't doing the assignment that I was asking you to. Exam से पहले कर लेना. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for you to score marks. 55 से कम आएंगे तो it's going to be very difficult for your future also, and the graduation will be pointless. And the way we design our modules for SOL, that is open learning colleges and everything, it's very easy. So when the students when the faculty is sitting to design with a goal in mind that we need to make things easier for the student, we have made it the easiest. अगर आप इसको भी या इस टाइम को भी फॉलो नहीं कर रहे या नहीं करोगे, you're going to land up in trouble because the rest of the other, because now you're going to compete with graduates, right? Open or like regular, it's not going to matter. But then your skills are going to be so much far behind compared to their skills. Then it's going to matter. Okay. So make sure you have these questions. Okay. Khushi has asked one question. The question with iron arm. Okay. Khushi, iron arm means यहाँ पे they have several meanings of course, but in this passage, the passage that you have read right now, it means that it was prosthetic arm. Prosthetic arm होता है जब somebody doesn't have an arm or a leg or something, a part of their body missing. We get the one that is made with silica and iron made and attached to their body. Okay, and it looks like an iron thing, like an Iron Man, right? So this is the meaning of iron arm. And how do you get better with words, ma'am? Some words were hard to understand by opening dictionary. That's the basic thing that you all should need to do. If you are in second year, second semester English honors, you never thought of getting a dictionary, then you're in trouble. English is your favorite subject in the world right now, and you need dictionary for all the difficult words. You need to start looking through it, and you need to have a good vocabulary now. So keep developing. Start developing a reading practices. पहले अपना course material read करो, फिर उसके notes जो बन रहे हैं वो read करो. Then start reading your newspapers, your magazines, your books, the things that interest you, and that is how your English is going to pick up. When it picks up, all these difficult words are going to become easier for you to understand. You will stop having problems with these. Am I clear? Dexterously basically means the arm. It refers to the arm that is used. That so say somebody's this arm is not using, they can use this one. Okay. Fervently means passionately allowing or understanding or accommodating. Fervently, that कि मैं ये बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छे से मानती हूँ, in depth मानती हूँ, emphasis देके. That's what fervently means. नाउ जो ये क्वेश्चन आंसर्स हैं, इसके नीचे एक सेक्शन बना हुआ है जिसमें the rest of your answers are also all your questions are answered. So make sure you answer, you look at all the answers over there. Am I clear? It's right there in your passage. थोड़ा सा आगे जाके देखोगे तो वो हो जाएगा. Okay? One student is asking, what is subterfuge? Subterfuge means trickery. It means to cheat somebody, or कुछ तो झोल करना किसी चीज में, कुछ तो ट्रिकिंग की है किसी ने. So say in the story, I think we are referring to the subterfuge of mother. क्योंकि जैसे ही वो लिटिल बॉय फ्लावर्स पिकअप करने जाता था, उसकी मॉम उसके छोटे जो उसका हुक था, कांटा, उसके अंदर एक मछली फंसा देती थी, so that the boy को he doesn't feel bad. So subterfuge means here to trick somebody, or monkey business, or like big word is of course fraud karna, jhoot bolna and all of that, but this is like to just to craft something around. Is it clear? Okay, Rohit, the book that we are reading from is the notes only. मैं यहाँ पे आपको नोट्स ही समझाने के लिए हूँ. आप इससे भी इजी कहीं पे ढूंढ रहे हो तो नहीं मिलेंगे. जो आपकी एसओएल की बुक है वो पूरी नोट्स की बुक है. दैट इज द नोट्स. सो मेक श्योर यू उसको अच्छे से लर्न करो एवरी पॉइंट and don't leave anything in between, because that's the most important thing. Otherwise you can get 10 years, and otherwise you can listen to me and pay attention in your class. I'm also a good teacher, I'm told by several students in your several of your classmates only. So yeah, okay. Now I'm giving 2 more minutes for more of your questions. If any other doubts is remaining, then I'm moving forward in the rest of the chapter. अपने डाउट्स जितने भी है 2 मिनट में और पूछ लो. Okay. If this is your first class, I'm just going to say that we have 3 more classes left after this, and I will be revising. Make sure you attend all of them, and yeah, be attentive and be regular. All the best. Okay guys, any more questions? Have you all done this exercise? Comprehensions के साथ कैसे deal करना है समझ आ गया सबको? First you have to read, then you have to look at the questions, then all the answers need to be in your language. They need to be very tamizdar, complete sentences. Check after writing, make sure you are अच्छे से उनको अच्छे से लेबल किया है. फर्स्ट का आंसर थर्ड में रखोगे तो मार्क्स नहीं मिलेंगे, थर्ड का आंसर फोर्थ में दोगे तो मार्क्स नहीं मिलेंगे. जो आंसर है वहीं पे ही लिखना है हमेशा हमेशा. इज दिस क्लियर? Clear or no? Yes, say yes or no, guys. We spent half an hour on this comprehension now. Okay. Chalo. Next topic, next subject in your reading and understanding is about translation. Translation क्या कहते हैं? Translation क्या होता है? From one language to another language. Translation जब मैं कोई चीज आपको इंग्लिश में समझाती हूँ और फिर मैं आपको हिंदी में समझाती हूँ. Once I explain it in English, then I repeat the same or similar thing in Hindi. That is a translation. Okay. Translation बहुत सारे types के होते हैं. This is a completely theory, so make sure you are listening to me and make sure you are going back and reading and learning from the book. Translation में 2 चीजें involved होती हैं. एक होती है source language, जिसमें से हमने जो भी मटेरियल है वो पिक किया, ठीक है. और फिर एक होती है टारगेट लैंग्वेज. SL goes to TL. SL क्या होती है? सोर्स लैंग्वेज. जो सबसे पहले हमें मिली एक बंगाली की बुक. ओके, बंगाली बुक मिली. उसे हमें हिंदी में करना है, तो हमें हिंदी टारगेट लैंग्वेज है, ठीक है. तो हमें कोई ऐसा पर्सन ढूंढना होगा जिसको बंगाली भी अच्छे से आती है और हिंदी भी अच्छे से आती है, राइट? somebody who doesn't understand Bengali cannot translate. ट्रांसलेटर्स का काम वही करते हैं लोग जिनको दो लैंग्वेजेस अच्छे से आते हैं. Say I am only generalizing in this class, but some of you may be from North India, right? तो आपके घर में हिंदी बोली जाती है, and now we are studying English over here. तो English. So it's easy for you to translate between two languages. Am I right? ठीक है. Say some people जिनके background में in their background there is no Hindi, so they are coming from different languages, say Tamil, Bengali, or Bridge Bhasha, or Telugu or Kannada or any other South Indian language. If they are there, then they will be easily be able to translate to English or any other language, right? Some people can do international language translation, say from French to German, or German to Spanish, Spanish to English, and all the Polish to German and things like that. Okay, जब हम एक लैंग्वेज से किसी चीज को, टेक्स्ट को, मैसेज को, मूवी को, सॉन्ग को दूसरी लैंग्वेज में ट्रांसलेट करते हैं ताकि वहां के लोग भी उसको समझ जाएं, उसे ट्रांसलेशन कहते हैं. एम आई क्लियर? ओके, गुड. एसएल याद करो, सोर्स लैंग्वेज, और टीएल याद करो, टारगेट लैंग्वेज. दैट्स इट, फर्स्ट थिंग. ठीक है. नाउ देवदास, आई एम श्योर ऑल ऑफ यू हैव हर्ड ऑफ देवदास. हैव यू हर्ड ऑफ देवदास? देवदास इज एन इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ बंगाली लिटरेचर. वो बंगाल में इतना फेमस हुआ, ऑफ कोर्स इट्स बेस्ड ऑन लाइक अ स्टोरी बाय शरत चंद्र, जिन्होंने वो बुक बंगाली में लिखी है एंड एवरीथिंग. कि एक्सपर्ट्स ने कहा कि नहीं, वी शुड शेयर इट विद लार्जर ऑडियंस. लार्जर ऑडियंस माने जिनको, जो बंगाली स्पीकिंग लैंग्वेज की पॉपुलेशन के बाहर है. ठीक है. देन इट वाज ट्रांसलेटेड टू हिंदी and then it was translated to English. After that, Devdas becomes this important part of literature that has been translated into 13 more languages after this. Okay, which means uska scope बढ़ गया. Now people in every language can basically understand Devdas, and of course उसके ऊपर 5 movies भी बनी. I know this example because I've also learned translation work of Devdas. I've read about it. Okay. Now what happens is, जिन लोगों ने, पहले तो मैंने बंगाली से हिंदी करी, ठीक है, हिंदी से मैंने इंग्लिश करी, इंग्लिश से 13 मोर लैंग्वेजेस और की. उसके बाद से लैंग्वेज तो बुक्स में रह गई ना, राइट? दे आर इन द बुक्स. व्हाट अबाउट द पीपल जिनको बुक्स पढ़ना पसंद ही नहीं है? हाउ टू गेट देवदास टू देम? वी स्टार्टेड मेकिंग सॉन्ग्स and we started making movies. This is how the first movie came up on Devdas. Now in today's age there are 5 movies that exist in Devdas. Okay, and all of them, people of different directions, generations have seen it and everything, and they have the basic example or basic understanding of what Devdas is, or who is he, or what is the story between Paro and Chandramukhi and things like that. Now you open our Instagram, you will find the reels also on the theme or things like that, right? Educative and everything. All this is possible, has been possible through the process of translation. आप देखते हो, आप मूवी हॉल में जाते हो, एक इंग्लिश मूवी देख रहे हो या हिंदी मूवी देख रहे हो, तो उसमें अब इंग्लिश में सबटाइटल्स आने लगते हैं. ठीक है. वो सबटाइटल्स क्यों है? ताकि जो दूसरी लैंग्वेज के लोग हैं वो वहीं की वहीं ट्रांसलेट करके समझ जाए. बहुत बार होता है दैट द इंग्लिश मूवी इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड बिकॉज हमारा एक्सेंट थोड़ा डिफरेंट है. The kind of English that we understand is very different from the ones who are living in the United States of America, or say British literature for that matter. तो उनकी इंग्लिश थोड़े से घूमे हुए शब्द होते हैं. Okay, a little round around the edges as they are, which is slightly difficult to understand. This is why what we have to do is that we read the subtitles. That so हम like we're constantly like SSA, like our vision goes like like this when we are watching the movie. Because we are visual, हम सामने वाला देख रहे हैं, but we are understanding कि किसी ने क्या कहा through that, like, okay. So this is also slightly sometimes difficult for us to understand the English movies. Okay, so we have to watch it again or third time, or we need the subtitles. तो आपने देखा होगा टाटा स्काई में भी कभी subtitles की option आती है, right? Hindi, Tamil, Punjabi and all of that. Okay, and then you will see that sometimes the movies or in your Netflix and all also, sometimes they have captions below. So all of this is a translation work for you to understand. Okay, understanding से क्या होता है? We share हमारी communication बढ़ती है. Why it's a part of your chapter is because we are doing a module on communication and communication जिस भी activity से increase होता है. से अगर मैं यहाँ पे French बोलना start कर दूँ, इस क्लास में 20 स्टूडेंट्स हैं, आई एम गेसिंग किसी एक को भी समझ नहीं आएगी. Am I right? Why? Because it's not our language. So you and I, तुम्हारा और मेरा communication तो वहीं पे zero हो गया. Am I right? Which is why we understood in the first class that for communication to happen, the language needs to be same. Am I right? सबको इंग्लिश आनी चाहिए या सबको हिंदी आनी चाहिए, तभी आप मेरी बात सुन सकते हो और मैं आपकी बात सुन सकती हूँ, राइट? अगर हम में से कोई फ्रेंच या स्पेनिश में कन्वर्स कर रहा होगा, देन देयर इज नो वे दैट यू विल एवर अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट एम आई सेइंग. Am I right? So when we translate, communication happens through the help of translation. It is to bring to the wider understanding. It is through understanding, जो आपके चैप्टर का नाम है, reading and understanding. जो शब्द यूज होते हैं फ्रेंच में वो इंग्लिश के ही होते हैं. सो यू विल सी AUVOIR in everything, okay? But you will understand only when you understand the language. It's not au revoir, but it's au revoir. That's how it's pronounced, right? So the language does this thing that you have to understand also. If you're not understanding, then you will be au revoir and everything. Say, I'll give you an example. I went to Paris और मेरे हाथ में मैप था पेरिस का. And I was asking the taxi driver, where is Amber? And I kept saying Amber क्योंकि मैं देख रही हूँ वो स्पेलिंग में लिखा हुआ है AMBAR, Amber, Amber. And I'm asking where is Amber? How can I go Amber? No, 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 ऐसे कर रहा है वो, बहुत देर तक कर रहा है, this confusion. फिर मैंने उसको मैप दिखाया कि ये Amber ही लिखा हुआ है ना, तुमको समझ गया? And then he said this is au revoir. मैंने कहा ये क्या वर्ड है? I can read Amber, and he's like au revoir. So I was like very, very shocked. I was like, then I learned that this is a French word. It needs to be read in a French way. And I thought it was English word because I saw AMBAR, right? So that's आते हैं French के. Okay, very nice, Rohit. Yeah, but this is what happens when you are trying to understand a language. You will always be read the same language or you need a translator. आपने बहुत बार सुना होगा चाइना जाते हैं कुछ लोग काम करने के लिए, कुछ सामान लेने के लिए ट्रांसलेटर को साथ लेके जाते हैं, राइट? यू हैव टू हायर अ पर्सन. और बहुत सारी जो एम्बेसीज होती है अलग अलग स्टेट में, वो ट्रांसलेटर्स का काम होती है. Another thing, something that I'd like to guide you all is like translator is a legit career in the world. So if you learn, you already know English, and if you learn another language, you can become or you can apply to become a translator of those two languages. So say if you learn French by going to a French institute, आप उसका कोर्स करो and everything, और आपको इंग्लिश आती है of course, ठीक है, तो आप आगे जाके French and English translators बन सकते हैं. And people, these services are required, so it's a legitimate career option for those of you who are trying to understand what to do. Okay. Now, अब जो ट्रांसलेशन है उसकी 4 प्रिंसिपल्स हैं. आपकी बुक से पढ़ रही हूँ डायरेक्ट, सो जस्ट मेक श्योर यू रीड थ्रू द बुक और लाइक जस्ट नो. फर्स्ट प्रिंसिपल इज इक्विवेलेंस. Equivalence. Should I publish? Oh, is this visible to all of you? Okay. I published. My response isn't published. No, Alina, go and see in the published. Now it's published. Okay. I mean, now it's visible. So 4 principles of translation. First is equivalence, which means कि अगर मैं इंग्लिश में एक वर्ड बोल दूं, ओके, और उसको तुम मुझे कहते हो कि मैम समझ नहीं आया, हिंदी में बताओ, और मैं हिंदी में बताऊं तो मैं पूरे 2-3 सेंटेंसेस बोले जा रही हूँ टू एक्सप्लेन इट टू यू, तो वहां पे इक्विवेलेंस मीन्स बैलेंस नहीं है। अगर 3 शब्दों का कुछ फ्रेज है तो वो 3-4 मैक्सिमम 5-6 तक का ही फ्रेज होना चाहिए। अगर एक वर्ड को समझाने के लिए पूरा पैराग्राफ लग रहा है तो वहां पे इक्विवेलेंस मतलब बैलेंस नहीं है। तो ये बैलेंस हमेशा देखना है कि कितना काम कर रहा है भी या नहीं है। इज इट क्लियर? Very nice, Vidhi. Good that you figured out. Please make sure that you learn your German and your English both well. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult. And all the best. Thanks for sharing. Guys, batao, are you understanding what I'm saying? Okay, okay, I'm getting responses now. Okay. Now, equivalent समझ आया? अगर इतने words हैं, एक इस साइड पे है और इस साइड पे लंबा है, आपकी बुक में एक एग्जाम्पल वो लेती हूँ। सबवे, सबवे पता है सबको? जब हम मतलब नॉट योर रेस्टोरेंट वाला सबवे, बट व्हेन वी आर टेकिंग अ सबवे टू क्रॉस द रोड, से सीपी में बहुत सारे सबवेज हैं जो नीचे से स्टेयर्स जाती हैं, देन यू नो देयर इज दिस पाथ एंड देन यू गेट ऑफ द नेक्स्ट रोड, राइट? दैट्स कॉल्ड अ सबवे। ओके, हिंदी में सबवे की ट्रांसलेशन बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट है। भूमिगत पार पाथ ऐसे कुछ बोलते हैं, भूमिगत पार पाथ है ना, पैदल पार पाथ। भूमिगत मतलब भूमि के नीचे से जाने वाला, पैदल जाने वाला, पार करने वाला, पाथ, पथ मतलब जिसे कहते हैं, ठीक है? ये और ये बैलेंस नहीं है। अगर एक वर्ड है तो एक ही वर्ड होना चाहिए, ठीक है? अब बहुत सारी लैंग्वेजेस में बहुत सारे वर्ड्स नहीं बने होते हैं, एम आई राइट? बहुत सारी चीजें हमें, क्योंकि वो लैंग्वेज उनके मीनिंग उनके रहन सहन के हिसाब से बिल्ट हुई हुई है और वहां पे कुछ चीजें यहाँ नहीं होती, सो वो ट्रांसलेबल नहीं रहता। बट इफ आई हैव टू एक्सप्लेन हिंदी में किसी को कि ऐसे नीचे जाके मुझे उस रोड पे निकलना है, तो वो पर्सन भी आईआईटी के पास जाओगे या कहीं जाओगे, वो कहेगा तो हाँ तो सबवे ले लो, चाहे वो हिंदी में ही बात करता हो, उसको भी ये वर्ड सबवे पता होगा। ओके, दिस इज हाउ वी अडेप्ट इन डिफरेंट लैंग्वेजेस, राइट? सो this my dadi understands only Hindi and Haryanvi, right? And this one time I was taking her to an office, okay, and there she was, and उन्हें लगा कि शायद इनको हिंदी या हरियाणवी नहीं आती होगी, उन्होंने बोला वहां पे जाके कि वाटर, कैन यू गिव मी वाटर, मतलब कैन यू गिव मी तो नहीं बोला, तो फिर बस बोला कि भैया वाटर लाओ, क्योंकि उन्हें लगा कि वाटर ही समझते होंगे। सो दिस इज हाउ वी अडेप्ट इन दीज वर्ड्स। से टेलीविजन, टीवी, ठीक है, टीवी इज एन इंग्लिश वर्ड, but TV is something that every Hindi speaking person will also understands कि वो ये जूस, ठीक है? तो संतरे का जूस बना दो, जूस इज एन इंग्लिश वर्ड, बट हम हिंदी में भी यूज करते हैं, क्योंकि जूस की हिंदी या से अगर रस है, रस इज अ जूस की हिंदी, राइट? एम आई राइट? वी डोंट यूज दैट रस वेरी कॉमनली जूस ही इतना यूज होता है कि जूस ही आ जाता है, ठीक है? जब हम किसी को थैंक यू बोलते हैं, ठीक है, तो वो सामने से बोलते हैं वेलकम। अब वेलकम की हिंदी है ही नहीं, क्योंकि हम तो शुक्रिया तक ही बोलते हैं ना, शुक्रिया, तो सामने वाला क्या बोलेगा? वो भी वेलकम ही बोल देता है फिर, क्योंकि उसको भी यही पता है। एम आई राइट? दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंस। नाउ नेक्स्ट, एनालिसिस क्या होता है? एनालिसिस 4 टाइप के होते हैं। आई एम गोइंग टू राइट हियर, प्लीज मेक श्योर यू आर फॉलोइंग, एंड इफ यू हैव क्वेश्चंस शेयर इट विद मी। Point number 2 is analysis. Okay. गाइस तुम लिख तो रहे हो ना, या तो अपनी बुक से लिख लो या मेरी बात सुन के लिख रहे हो। लिखोगे नहीं तो बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी। Okay, I've published. Check the response. Yeah. Now, grammatical meaning. जब हम ट्रांसलेट करते हैं, कभी कभी ट्रांसलेशन में ग्रामर चली जाती है। जैसे हम हिंदी में बात करते हैं तो हमारे लिए जेंडर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि ट्रेन चली गई, हमें पता है कि ट्रेन स्त्रीलिंग है, ट्रेन चली गई, तूफान आ गया। ओके, अगर मैं किसी उससे बात करूंगी, बंगाली पर्सन से, दे विल बी लाइक ट्रेन आ गया, ट्रेन चला गया, तूफान चला गया। उनके लिए सब कुछ न्यूट्रल है। जब मैं बात करूंगी तो मैं बोलूंगी नहीं नहीं ट्रेन चली गई। मैं बोलूंगी ईशा गई थी, मैं गई थी, तो वो मुझे बोलेंगे तुम गया था, मैं इसलिए नहीं, आई एम अ गर्ल, मेरे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। तो ग्रामर आपकी काफी बार चेंज हो जाती है। ठीक है। सेकेंड पॉइंट इज रेफरेंशियल पॉइंट, कि मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ और वो उसी संदर्भ में समझ रहे हैं या नहीं समझ रहे। अगर नहीं समझ रहे तो ट्रांसलेशन नहीं हो पाएगी। ओके। थर्ड इज कॉनोटेशनल, विच मीन्स कि एक वैल्यू अटैच की गई है उस पर, एब्स्ट्रैक्ट वैल्यू इज अटैच्ड, और अगर अब वो पूरी नहीं हुई तो मेरा समझाना, तुम्हारा समझना सब वेस्ट है। ओके। फोर्थ इज पॉइंट इज सोशियो कल्चरल, विच मीन्स कि हमारे यहाँ के कस्टम, हमारी यहाँ की दुनिया एक तरीके से चलती है, तुम्हारे, बिकॉज लैंग्वेज तो रीजनली चेंज होती है ना, दूसरे ढंग से चलती है। ठीक है। सो अगर तुम्हें सोशियो कल्चरल कॉन्टेक्स्ट नहीं समझ आया, वो डिफरेंस समझ नहीं आया, तो फिर हम बात नहीं कर पाएंगे, चाहे हम ट्रांसलेट कर लें चाहे ना करें। दैट्स द पॉइंट ऑफ ट्रांसलेशन। ऑल द एग्जाम्पल्स आर देयर इन योर बुक। दिस इज एज बेसिक, वेरी इजी लैंग्वेज जो मैंने समझाया। आस्क मी क्वेश्चंस इफ यू नीड टू, बट ये 4 पॉइंट्स एक बार 5 मिनट लेके देखो और मुझे बताओ कि क्या नहीं समझ आ रहा है इसमें, देन वी विल टॉक फर्दर। Any responses, guys? चलिए, लास्ट 2 प्रिंसिपल्स की डिस्कशन रह गई है ऑफ ट्रांसलेशन। जब मैंने सोर्स लैंग्वेज से टारगेट लैंग्वेज मुझे पता चल गई है, क्या करना है वो पता चल गया है, क्या ट्रांसफर करना है इस लैंग्वेज में वो पता चल गया है, नाउ आई विल जस्ट मेक द ट्रांसफर। व्हेन आई जस्ट हियर इन वन सेंटेंस, जब मैं किसी शब्द को एक लैंग्वेज में सुनती हूँ एंड आई ट्रांसलेट इट टू अदर, और मैं उसको हिंदी में बता देती हूँ, ठीक है, माई ब्रेन इज डूइंग द ट्रांसलेशन। मेरा दिमाग उस विवरण को, उस ट्रांसलेशन को कर रहा है। ओके, दिस इज द वर्क ऑफ ट्रांसलेशन। When I hear in one medium and I change it to another medium or translated it to another language, that is your transfer. Now last point is restructuring. Restructuring के भी 2 हैं. I will make it in the announcement. Yeah, you can check the published ones. Restructuring के दो principles है, formal equivalence and dynamic equivalence. Formal equivalence किसे कहते हैं कि मैंने जो सुना सीधा सीधा बता दिया, ओके? पर मैंने बाद में सोचा कि इंग्लिश और हिंदी में कि लोगों में बहुत फर्क है, उनके कल्चरल में बहुत फर्क है. से जब वेस्टर्न में लोगों की शादी होती है तो वहां पे ब्राइड वाइट कलर का ड्रेस पहनती है, राइट? यहाँ पे इंडिया में जब कोई मर जाता है तो हम वाइट पहनते हैं, ओके? उनके लिए इट्स अ साइन, अ सिंबल ऑफ सेलिब्रेशन, ऑफ पीस, ऑफ प्रॉस्पेरिटी, राइट? फॉर अस वाइट मीन्स पीस बट इट ऑल्सो मीन्स डेथ. हम वाइट कब पहनते हैं? जब कोई डेथ हो जाता है, विच मीन्स इट्स अ सैड ओकेजन, ओके? हम ब्लैक, जब वेस्ट में जब कोई सेलिब्रेशन होती है, बिग सेलिब्रेशन, वो ब्लैक पहनते हैं. हैव यू सीन? वो रोब्स होते हैं उनके, एंड ड्रेसेस भी ब्लैक, एंड गाउन्स एंड एवरीथिंग.